Welcome, welcome to the new moon in Virgo. This is the September new moon meditation gathering from Inner Sanctuary Be Inspired, and my name is Lindsay. If this is your first time with us, make sure that you have something to write with and something to write on. How this process works is the first few minutes I'll be giving you some information about the new moon, specifically in Virgo. And then we will have a guided meditation where you'll release your intentions, the things that you want to cultivate over the next month, out into the world for them to grow and come back to you. And then after that, you're going to write out a few things that you can do to bring those wishes, those intentions into your life. So let's get started. First, let's take just a few moments to disconnect from whatever's going on around you and move into sacred space. And one way that I like to open sacred space up is with a prayer. So if you'd like to join me, please go ahead and close your eyes and let's all take a deep breath together. God, we invite you into this sacred space that you may open our hearts to divine wisdom and healing. We ask our angels, guides, and all divine beings to assist us in the work we do today, that our body, mind, and spirit be guided by your perfect love, and all else is released from this space. And so it is. All right, so it is nearly fall, but it does not seem like summer has slowed down. Everything's still in a frenzy here. I'm trying to record this and the dog's barking in the background. People are mowing their lawns, but this is, like I said, a time for us to disconnect from all the frenzy, the chaos, and enjoy some peace and stillness and focus on what you want to cultivate for the next month. Now, the new moon occurs every 29 and a half days. So, 29 and a half days is the length of the lunar cycle. If we're not on birth control, our menstrual cycle is also 29 and a half days. So, it's not just some willy-nilly number that the moon operates by itself. It is a number that means something and is often used as a marker for new beginnings. So that's what the new moon is all about. Releasing the things that haven't been working, closing out projects, getting closure in one way or another. Whether that's closing them out or just releasing them, and then looking at new projects and the new things that you want to bring in, or new ways to continue working on some of the same things. So, moving on. Virgo is known to most powerfully influence these areas. These are some good ones. Physical health, diet, exercise, and healing, those sorts of things. Work and job related matters, helpfulness, efficient organizing, and order in general. Sounds like a good time for some fall cleaning. Clear discrimination and discernment, and relaxing perfectionism. So, what I want you to do now is just relax into these words and close your eyes if you want. I'm going to go deeper into these categories, and if one jumps out at you, go ahead and write that down as something you want to work on, or you can wait till I'm done and then look back over these main categories and choose your intentions. So just wait for what you're really drawn to, something that jumps out at you. All right, in the physical health category, diet, exercise, establishing good health habits, weight control, and healing. This is also a good time for healers. So to connect or find the right healers for you, nurses, doctors, chiropractors, etc. And a sample wish or intention in this category would be, I want to easily find myself establishing routines that lead to vitality. All right. Now let's look at work job. Work projects, tasks and errands, co-workers, structured routines. I want to easily attract, recognize, and begin working at the right job for me. I want to be filled with healthy self-confidence in every area of my job. Organization, orderly environments, handling details, efficiency and planning, paperwork, punctuality. I want to easily find myself organizing my paperwork, completing all filing, and throwing away whatever I no longer need. I want the habit of being late easily lifted from me. Discrimination. This includes analysis, critical thinking, focus, discernment. I want to easily find myself accurately discerning what is important to me and what is not. Service, helpfulness, a willingness to adapt, practical helpfulness, purity of intent, conscientiousness. I want to easily find myself doing my part to bring order and calm to my environment. Synthesis, including a desire for perfection, processing, bringing order out of chaos, and the ability to see how the pieces fit. I want to easily find myself focusing on what is right with my life rather than what is wrong. Virgo also rules excessive perfectionism, including worry, criticism, blame and judgment, and workaholic tendencies. A sample wish is, I want the habit of obsessive worrying totally lifted from me. I want the compulsion to be right easily lifted from me. And particularly in health, Virgo rules bowels and intestines, constipation and diarrhea, digestion and assimilation, again that processing, And also the solar plexus, which is just at and above your navel. So all things in that digestive area. All right. So now I'm going to give you and myself a couple more minutes to synthesize this list and choose a few to work on. And I recommend 3 because I feel like that's enough of a variety and yet not too much. But you can go with whatever feels right to you. And also remember that those wishes, the intentions, don't have to be that long as you make it specific to you. So it could just be 2 to 3 words. And just a few more seconds to finish out those intentions, your wishes. And if you need more time, of course, just pause the recording. All right. And let's get ready to do the meditation. So if you want to get yourself a little bit more comfortable. And this is the portion of the gathering where we feel out what these wishes, these intentions will look and feel like as they manifest in our life. So pay attention to any sensations you have or anything that just arises, comes to your mind. And, don't get attached to any one thought or the other. Just kind of let it flow. So go ahead and close your eyes. And let's take a deep breath together. And this time, as you breathe in, imagine that you can see the air being drawn into your nose, down through your throat, all the way down into the bottom of your belly. And hold it just a moment before you release. One more time, drawing air all the way in. And then releasing. And now continue breathing at a pace that feels natural and comfortable to you. As if you are gently strolling on a path. This path is in the woods, a forest. Notice what kind of ground is under your feet or shoes. If it's sandy, maybe it's little rocks or pine straw. Maybe it's layers and layers of leaves that have fallen. As you stroll through this forest, you notice the temperature is perfect, just the way you like it. This forest smells clean and fresh, as if everything has just been renewed and cleansed away by a rain shower. And as you continue moving down this path, you begin to hear the sound of water. There's a stream somewhere, just out of sight, but you can hear it clearly. You also notice the sounds of birds. Perhaps you also hear crickets. Make this scene as clear as you can. See if you can tell what kind of bark is on the trees around you. What kind of plant life you notice. If you can see butterflies. Take in another deep breath of this fresh forest, the oxygen so rich in the air. And now continue moving on towards that water you hear. As you approach the stream, you began hearing a faster rush, some small waterfalls, this stream is so clear. It's very shallow, and you can see the bottom. The rocks glimmering through the water. Find somewhere now to sit down near those waterfalls. And put your feet down in the water. It's just cool enough to rejuvenate you. It feels so refreshing. And just as you take a deep breath, the wind picks up and the waterfall gently sprays you. This place is so peaceful, so refreshing. It is the perfect place to call forward your wishes, your intentions. One by one now. Feel yourself having what you want, experiencing the life you want, feeling the way you want to feel. Let yourself fully embrace that vision. Let that vision sink into your body. And as you hold that vision, these experiences in your body, I want you to imagine that the water in the stream is now flowing up through your feet, cooling and refreshing your calves, your knees, your thighs. Continues flowing up, filling your whole torso now, your arms, your neck, your head. This cool, refreshing, rejuvenating energy flowing through you. And as it reaches the top of your head, it then begins descending again, taking out everything that you no longer need, washing away any blocks, obstacles, bringing you new awareness, new insight, as it continues flowing out now. Your body feels so much more spacious. You realize that you now have the space and the rejuvenation to bring in all the things you want. Allow yourself just another moment, a few more deep breaths to enjoy this place, to feel the water flowing across your feet. To feel the spray of the waterfalls on your face. Allow the energy of this stream, of the trees in the forest, the plants, the birds, the butterflies, to naturally rejuvenate your body, mind, and spirit. And now in your mind, I want you to hold your hands out in front of you, cupped together. And imagine that in your hands, you're holding those intentions, those wishes you wrote down. And now place them in the stream to be carried out, dispersed into the world around you. Knowing that everything you need for your highest good will be made available to you. The right information, the right connections, and now with a deep breath, take your attention to your feet. And feel where they are in this time and space. Begin noticing your body again, wiggling your fingers and toes, and gently returning to the room which you're in. And finally opening your eyes. Wonderful. All right. Now that you have chosen your intentions, you have released what you no longer need, and any obstacles or blocks. You've put that request out there. The next step is to look at what actions you can take little by little to bring those wishes to you. So for wish 1 or intention 1, think of an action you can do to make that happen, or an activity you can do that makes you feel a little bit more the way you want to feel, or anything else that you can do to move toward those wishes, or have those wishes move towards you, the manifestation of them. For instance, one of my wishes this time was to easily release things that don't bring me joy and find the right home for them. So one action I'm going to take once a week is to go into one room of the house and select 3 things that just don't have a real impact. They're not bringing me joy, not bringing joy to the room, not bringing joy to my life, and find, whether it be Goodwill or someone else who needs them, find them a good home. Or if it's something that can be recycled, it can be tossed out in the recycling bin. So that's what this step is about. So for each of your wishes, write down at least one thing, one action you can take, and then how often you need to do that. Again, this is one that you kind of have to fill out. You don't want to try to do too many things at once, but you also want to show the universe, you want to show God that you're willing to work for these things too that you're asking for. And that creates momentum that will spread throughout your life, not just for this one intention, this one wish. That momentum benefits your entire life, everything that you're going for. So it's a very important step. So take your time here. If you need to, you can pause it. And I'd love to hear what these actions are that you're taking and how your intention setting is going. What outcomes are you having? And the Sacred Circle tent on Facebook is where we have those discussions. The way you access that is to sign up for the Sacred Circle on the website. And then there you will have a link to join the Facebook group, the private Facebook group. With that, let's go ahead and close with another prayer. Thank you, God, angels, guides, all divine beings, for your presence in this space and supporting this journey. May our hearts remain open, fully connected to our souls, one with the divine, ready to accept the assistance, the abundance, and the love you surround us with daily. And so it is. Thank you so much for listening, and I really always enjoy this time with you. No matter what time you actually do this, we all share an energy. We share a special connection in participating in these Sacred Circle gatherings. So thank you. Till next time, bye-bye.